Well, today's reading from 2 Corinthians presents us with a seemingly paradoxical message. St. Paul in his letter speaks of boasting, not in his strengths, but in his weakness. In a world that values power and success, we have to ask ourselves, how can weakness be a source of pride or testament to faith? Certainly, Paul's words are not those of arrogance, but ones of profound humility and truth. He recounts the many hardships he has endured: imprisonments, beatings, shipwrecks, dangers of all kinds, sleepless nights, hunger, and thirst. He also speaks of his daily pressure and anxiety for all the churches. There's so much weighing down upon him. These aren't the marks of a triumphant hero, but of a man who's been beaten down by the opposition. And yet it is precisely in these moments of weakness that Paul finds his strength. If you think about it, this resonates with Jesus' call for us to store up treasures in heaven, focusing on the eternal rather than the fleeting earthly gains that we can chase. Paul's experiences echo the very heart of the gospel. For Christ himself, though divine, embraced our human weakness. He suffered and he died upon the cross for us. It is through this ultimate act of vulnerability that salvation is won. It's in this light that Paul understands that his own sufferings are a participation in the sufferings of Christ. We should also keep in mind that Jesus teaches us that the eye is the lamp of the body. So if our focus is on earthly treasures alone, our vision becomes clouded, and over time, our whole being can gradually become filled with darkness. But if our eyes are set on heavenly treasures, our lives will be filled with the light of Christ. So what does this mean for us today? Well, if we follow St. Paul's example, then we too are called to embrace our weaknesses. And yet we live in a culture that often demands perfection, a culture that tells us to hide our flaws and project an image of strength and competence, even if it's only a veneer. But as Christians, we know, that strength is not found in ourselves, but it is found in Christ. It's in honestly acknowledging our limitations, whatever they are, our vulnerabilities, and our need for God. When we do that, that's when we fully open ourselves to his grace. This also means taking some time to reevaluate. Where are we placing our priorities in our lives? Are we more concerned with accumulating wealth and status? Or are we focused in growing in virtue, in love, in Christ? My brothers and sisters, let us not be afraid. Let's not be afraid to acknowledge our struggles, even our failures in the past, and certainly our imperfections. Instead, let us bring them to Christ, trusting that he can transform them into sources of strength and opportunities to receive greater grace from him. Let us fix our eyes not on the temporary things of this world, but on the eternal treasures of heaven. And let us remember the words of the Lord to Paul. My grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness. May we, like Paul, learn to boast in our weakness, in the sense of knowing that it is in these moments that the power of Christ is most fully revealed in us. And may we, like the wise stewards, choose to invest our lives in the things that truly matter, storing up treasures in heaven that will never fade away.